Welcome back to NES Block, everybody. It's Seirea again with a game that's technically different from one that I first played in this week's NES Block. This is the Japanese version, the original version of River City Ransom, Downtown Nekketsu Monogatari. This is a different game because it has an entirely new difficulty mode compared to the Western version. It has an easy difficulty mode that, even though the Western version has a mode called Novice, that's actually the medium difficulty mode in this version. So, Yells is here too, just in time. One of my River City brethren is here. And also, the money in this game is slightly different. Some of, the gangs give you more money, but also some items cost more, and that matters for Stonehands. Because I'm going to need to not fight a certain type of gang in order to get enough money to get Stonehands in this version. But still, everybody is less powerful, and it's way less annoying. And it's just kind of a fun category to just mess around with if you're really frustrated with the regular categories. So, let's mess around. Everybody do the mess around. Alright, so, there we go. Yep. So let's get started with some beautiful AGDQ in 3, 2, 1, go. So you see everybody's in very cute Japanese uniforms this time, and so the gang colors are even easier to make out, and then I'm getting hit. But that doesn't really matter in this version. Like, in most categories of River City Ransom, the real bosses are the gang members, just the regular enemies. They can just wipe you out at any moment. That's a little bit less so in this difficulty mode. If they hit me, it barely even takes any time away because I'm stunned for such a short period of time. But the main, everything's about the same. Otherwise, I have to fight all the same bosses to unlock the end of the game and get in and fight all the same bosses in the end of the game. And it's still a running simulator with a boss rush, but the enemies are all slower, they all have worse stats, and so it's less gruesome, usually. But I can still die to the Dragon Twins. Ow. Ow. See, that doesn't bother me too much.
Notice, still 8 bars of health.
Well, I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. And the homeboys are still the homeboys. And that's an unfortunate start, but it is what it is. Now we've got Doug on the right. Good for him. And I'm going to wait for this guy to come over and then just drop back over on the other side.
Lots of little movement tech going on here as well.
Yeah.
Something that has come into the fore recently is the concept of doing skid cancel. Because normally, when you jump, you end up skidding.
Oh my, that was bad.
It's okay, it's okay. Yeah, normally when you jump, you skid when you land. However, in this particular case, Sei is going to do jumps where the B button is already buffered, it's already pressed. So you're going to see holding B and then adding the A press to initiate the jump. And by releasing A, I'm going to make sure I'm trying to get this explained right. I'm trying to remember in my head exactly how it works. But by releasing A before leaving the ground, you end up, the skid gets interrupted, and you can move a lot more quickly up and down platforms.
Yep, yeah, and so I'm going to be doing that again when I go through the warehouse again. But in the meantime, Blade died in 2 hits, even after I completely messed up the fight. And all the bosses are just going to be down so fast compared to what you're used to seeing in the main difficulty mode.
That is easy JP in a nutshell.
Generic dudes can do anything, terrifying.
Alright, let's see some of this nice platforming here. You see the little slashes that's say hitting and then releasing A. And yeah, you just land real quick and you're just off to the races again.
Alright, I need to not see the homeboys in these next 2 rooms to have enough money to get Stonehands.
Vinny.
Wow!
Or whatever,
what a shot!
Whatever Vinny's called in the Japanese version.
Alright, so here's Turk. Bye, Turk.
Bye, Turk. 3 hits.
Again, if I see the homeboys here, I'm going to need to reset the room, but we're fine. Nice, what a swing. He absolutely owned me there. So did he. You are on the right side. Very nice. Okay, so this is a slightly harder fight. Bye, Mojo.
Amazing.
Get out of here. We don't need this anymore.
I don't know the frame window on those redashes, but what you saw Sei do there was do a running slash with the chain, and then there's a window. Normally for redashing you have to, or rather for dashing in general, you have to double tap the direction you want to run, but you can do a well-timed single press of that direction you want to run, and it kind of accepts that as the second input for the dash based upon the first one that was used before. The internationals are gonna give some grief here, so we're noping out.
I want that.
Crate.
Holy!
Oh my gosh!
This is purely because I'm my hubris, because I want the crate to do something really special and stupid.
Yeah.
Where are the other internationals, by the way?
Come on, whenever you're ready. There we go. Jeez.
Wow. So, I'm trying to do something incredibly unwise, and that caused me to lose about 20 seconds and a lot of my health. And I'm probably never mind. I just completely failed it. Anyway, now that 20-second time loss was for absolutely nothing, but I'll just do this now. Oh, but because I hit some of those enemies, I got the Kobayashi uppercut instead of being able to do the fight normally. I got the frame-perfect input, but there's some random things that can happen in this game's registry that cause it so that you can't do a second stone hands there. The game makes you do an uppercut instead, and that's way worse. So that was a slower fight than I wanted, and I've got the mobs here. I've been doing runs of this category a few times in the last few days, and I cannot get the internationals, who are the most common gang, but whatever. Ivan. I think you can 3-cycle him, but I keep messing it up. That's fine. He's still down faster than usual.
9 punches, or do you need to have floating
I think you have to have 9 punches with floating state. Yeah, and this is a weird situation. I missed picking him up, which is annoying, but that's okay. Pretty face guy was stuck.
Yeah, in that particular situation with Pretty Face Guy stuck on the wall, in order to try to avoid jumping and losing floating state if you had it, it might be frame perfect. The frame that an otherwise dead gang member would touch the ground, you can pick them up. But if they're on the ground for more than a frame, then they start flashing and they die. You can frame perfect, pick them up as a weapon, and then throw them, but make sure you throw them. If you don't, they'll jump off
Squids
of you,
again!
and then
I've been getting
they'll be
this
alive with
1% gang so often lately.
because it's not the damage that kills the enemies in this game, it's the ground. You can have 0 stamina and be alive. It's not until you touch the ground that the game registers, oh, you're dead.
I did it again. That's exactly what I did in my first run of novice mode. After I did it for NES Block, I had to save the fight, and then I missed my dash to miss the coin, and so I didn't get the dialogue skip there. That's so frustrating, and then I missed that too. Whatever. Even when everything possible goes wrong, it's still like, oh wow, oh yeah, because I lost 20 seconds trying to get the box sled and everything.
Yeah.
That's still sub 7. That's time.
Yeah.
So I was hoping to get like a sub 6, but not so. But even then, like I messed up a crap ton of the boss fights. I got hit by almost every single gang member in the entire game.
The cool thing about EasyJP though is that if you get into a grind of attempts, the attempts are really satisfying because you're not really at risk of dying so much.
Yeah,
like most of the time.
That's exactly.
This is one where like you literally can grind out almost repeated sub 6 because the bosses drop like flies. Nobody really hurts you that much. It's just a straight execution play. Like this is really good practice for novice, frankly, because it's a great intro category. It teaches you how to dodge gang members, but you don't really get super penalized if you fail.
Yeah.
You know, obviously the RNG can do what it does and what it did to say, not really giving you any beneficial gang spawns at all. Very questionable gang spawns where obviously there were much more favorable or aggressive patterns that would have helped you save more time.
Yeah.
But again, it's a super fun category. I'm steadfast in my beliefs that if this category was available on the US version, nobody would ever play novice.
Yeah.
This would be it. And I hope someday that Sei can show off EasyJP on the big stage. That's my hope.
And it would be cool someday if it could be listed as, like, River City Ransom could be back as a Twitch category.
Oh, that would
because
be nice,
this is legitimately a different game. There's an entire new difficulty mode. The way money works in this game is different. The premise of the game is different. We're fighting enemy gangs or enemy schools instead of enemy gangs. So we've been trying to like petition or like appeal to have River City Ransom return as a Twitch category because of the database, and that's not been going well for years. And so like I forget what the website is called, but like you can
IGDB, get your shit together. But yeah, it's Downtown Nekketsu's Story is the category listed on Twitch. It's the only one that works.
And the community has been harmed as a result.
Yep. We
Because,
don't like it.
yeah.
None of us like it.
But that's enough for me for now. I might be back later. We'll see. Again, with probably more Kunio. So until then, keep enjoying NES Block. It's been another incredible year. So I will certainly keep enjoying it. So till next time, dream on, folks. Peace.